Are you a freelancer, startupper, or digital nomad? You should know about what coworking really is.
You are listening to Coworking Jungle, a podcast hosted by Klaudia, Mateusz and Dawid, three explorers coming from sunny Poland and sent to Italy by program Erasmus+.
We will explore the Millepiani coworking space in Rome to discover and explain through stories and real experiences the real value of coworking culture.
Hi, today we are here with
Serena.
So can you tell a little bit about yourself?
I am from Rome. So I'm 38. I come from the south of Italy, but I've been living and studying in Rome for since I was 19. Before starting to work in Millepiani, I've been working in Dublin for 8 years as a vendor manager in translation companies, and I decided to relocate to Rome in 2018 to be closer to my family. And after some months of work from home on my own, I found that I was not productive anymore. I was getting very depressed. My routine was very sad. So I started to look for a place to work, a co-working space, a place where I could meet people, making new friends, and in the meantime having a stable working routine, working space where I can work in a comfortable way.
So how long have you been in the Millepiani community?
I've been in Millepiani since 2019, so it's been for 4 years. Yeah, 4.
And how did you find out about it? Did you see like an ad or?
I was looking for co-working places in the south of Rome because I live 25 minutes by underground from Millepiani. So I was looking for a solution a solution that I could reach by underground and where the monthly costs were pretty affordable.
Okay. How did you get in that industry? Did you have like a dream as a kid to translate or?
No, not at all. No. I would say is a bit of a coincidence in the sense that for me, I mean, I was seeing languages not as a tool for work, but as a way to communicate with the world. I like human beings, I like communication, so for me languages were just a way to speak with a bigger number of people. When I was a kid, I was seeing during summer my French cousins. I have a part of my family living in France, and it was very fun for me to find a way to communicate with them. So I started to speak French with my cousins, and then I started to think it is crazy that if you only speak Italian, if I only speak my own language, I can communicate only with Italians while the world is so big. So in my secondary school, I studied languages. I studied French, English, and German, and then during the years of university, I decided to study also Spanish, and during the university years, as soon as I could, I was trying to live abroad and working abroad to practice the languages that I was learning on the books, because I think something important to keep always in mind when you learn languages is that you cannot really learn a language only through books. Of course, you can learn what I call the bricks of a language, the structure, which is of course fundamental to communicate in a proper way. But at the end of the day, language is something alive. Language changes in the mouth of the speakers, so it's fundamental to live in the countries where people live, even because language is strictly linked to the culture. So you cannot understand the mindset of a French person if you've never lived in France.
So how many languages can you speak?
Well, today, okay, English is the language that I use for work. In fact, every time, like now, I have to use words, or I have to speak about something which is not work related. I feel always a bit embarrassed because I don't have many occasions to speak English apart from emails or meetings. But let's say that the language that I can speak as well as Italian is French, because I lived some years in France, and it's the language of my master degree. I've been always reading a lot in French, and I have a truly passion for French culture, for French movies, French literature. Yeah.
Do you have any hobbies outside work?
Yes. I like art and theater. And for instance, theater, it is also a very good way to practice languages. For instance, you can do a theater course in English or in French. I was doing theater in French in the years of university, and it's very good because you can really pretend to be a French person, an English person. And in relation to art, this is my passion since I was a kid. I really love, when I was younger and I had more free time, I used to paint. My mom also loves art a lot, so I've been growing surrounded by art and paintings. And nowadays, I can. What I do to nourish my passion for art is only visiting exhibitions in Rome, or when I travel in Italy or abroad.
So, as you know, I'm from Poland, and I'm curious if you know something about it.
Yes. Yeah. As I told you, I work every day with Polish colleagues. So I know very well pierogi, what we call the Polish ravioli.
Oh, have you ate it?
Yes. Yes, my friends.
Was it good?
Yes, amazing. My friends prepared for me. And I don't know. I have to say, admit Polish culture that well. But what I like about my Polish colleagues is that you are very organized, and I really like that. I think Italian people sometimes lack a bit of organization.
Okay, so thank you for listening, and we'll be back soon with another episode. And big thank you for our guest.
Thanks to you.